Welcome back to Dueling Aces, episode 23. This is the MJ episode, Wade. Michael Jordan's episode. Better be a good one. Let's go. How's it going your way, my man?
I'm having a great morning, man. Been busy as always. Trying to give out some giveaways. Trying to recap last month. So it's been a long. I had a pretty busy day yesterday. Didn't get around to recapping the previous month, previous weeks. So worked on that today. But things are going well. Nice and sunny out. How about you?
Love it, man. Yeah, can't complain here either, man. Guess looking forward to a new month. Hard to believe it's already July. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. But yeah, things picked up pretty good for us on Friday. Finally swept the board 3-0. Ending June on a high note. That was nice. And so, yeah, just ready to get it rolling. Finally good to have a packed slate. Yesterday was a bummer with only 3 games. I didn't even know what to do with myself, honestly. It was like I spent half the afternoon working on today's card just because it's like, what am I really going to do with 3 games?
No, I feel you. Yesterday was rough. We only played one official play out for our community from the sports books, and then we had one Prize Picks play. So
Nice.
nothing too big yesterday. Nice easy day off. Sunday I actually pretty much took the day off as well. We had such a good month. I needed a reset day. Haven't had a reset day in probably 2 years. I know you take every weekend off. So
That's it. You need a Sabbath from sports betting, man. You have to. I mean, it's just good to clear your mind, clear your head. What we do is hard, man. A lot of people think it's all fun and games. It's hours and hours of crunching numbers, which even though we love it, it still can be a chore some days. And I just tell people, man, if you're just not seeing the board well, or if you're having a great month, take a day off and like you did, enjoy it, and celebrate your success. You got to stop smell the roses, man. You just have to, especially a sport like baseball. It's just a day-to-day grind. It ain't like football where most of the action's on the weekend. This is each and every day we're crunching numbers. And a lot of people just aren't built for it. Luckily we are, and that's why we're here. We want to help the people navigate a pretty tough sport to handicap.
yeah, baseball is pretty tough for a lot of people. I think it's one of our best sports. So I pride myself. I believe I'm one of the better MLB cappers out there. I put a lot of work into it. So not every day is going to be profitable, but so far this season we've for the whole entire year we've profited 21 of 26 weeks now. Still 5 weeks where we haven't profited. Every month's been green and had our best month last month, hitting over 23 units. So
Boy,
pushed over the 100 unit mark for the 6 months. So we're right on pace with last year's. I think we had 204 units for the entire year. So we're right on pace to possibly pass that. So I'm happy.
There it is, man. Congratulations, brother. Hard work pays off. I'm not a bit surprised. The rate you're going, I really think you'll exceed last year's numbers, and that's insanely good. I was honestly expecting a little aggression just because a 200 unit year is very hard to come by,
Yeah.
And I figured this would be 100 or 120 unit profit year, which would still be really good,
Sure.
But yeah, you're out there killing it, man. The 2-mans have been good to you. You know what you're doing. You've expanded into other markets, really hammering some unearned run. I really like the earned runs props you've been doing. Them seem to cash quite a bit. The out's still pretty solid. So the walk's still pretty solid. So yeah, just y'all got to check out Wade, man. I keep telling you every episode, and it's not just because I'm biased. Just this guy's got winning information. That's the hardest thing, is finding folks that win. And Wade gives it to you affordable price too. And so just check him out. The Discord's really, really good. He explains every single pick, which is a dying thing in this industry. 8 million people on X put out their plays with no reason behind it. Just like, hey, I like the Twins today. And they don't even tell you why. If you're lucky, they'll post the odds. That's about it. But, Twins are going to kill them. It's like, what does that do? You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, okay, that's great. But if you can't explain to me why you like a pick, why should I tell you? You know what I mean? That's kind of my philosophy. But
yeah, no. I mean, you're over there writing articles. I'm getting an article out maybe every day as well. And the whole point is I'm trying to help people win. I want them to win with me, and also with my writings and my write-ups, I'm giving people insights on what I'm looking at. So if people are paying attention, they would be learning and possibly being able to do this on their own just by picking up tips. So I'm not, I'm never really pushing my service too much. I'm always here to try to help people win. I gave a lot of free stuff out. And if you want to join our premium right now, we're offering a a promo through the end of this week, through the end of July 7th. Anybody that joins us now and is locked in through the end of this week, they will keep these prices forever because they are going back up. Right now it's $15 a month. Can't beat that. I've had a couple people already pay for a full year just because they're getting $150 for the entire year, where it's going to go back up to $250, $300 for the full year. So, yeah, I've got people joining me left and right now, trying to get into lock in these prices. So, I'm not trying to pull your chain. So, I'm just trying to help you guys win, giving you guys a lot of bets, a lot of profitable weeks for $15 right now. There's really nobody out there that's charging $15 for their picks. I know there's some people that are 10, 15. There's a lot of people that are 30 and 50 and 100. So, I'm just trying to get everybody a good deal during our most profitable time. Why would I try to get somebody to come in during college basketball season when you're only profiting, at least I am, handful of units every week, where baseball, we're doing pretty well in baseball, crushing every week. So I'm trying to get people in when we're actually winning a lot of bets. So for the full year we're pretty successful, but baseball time is where it's at for me. So
definitely. Yeah, I agree, man. Just the volume. A lot of people don't realize that. And I get that NFL is the most popular, and I'm sure college football is second behind the NFL as far as, what people like to bet on. But I would just ask people, liking to bet's one thing, but what would you rather do? Would you rather bet on what you love or make money? I'm here to make money. I'm like, this definitely is. It's a side hustle for me, but I treat it like a serious business. I have for a long time. And that's why, if you're not betting baseball, I think you're missing out, because there are opportunities every single day for 6 months straight. With football, like we've said, you're limited to really just the weekend on the cards, so.
Yeah, and we know the books are a lot sharper on NFL, NBA, college football, because they know that's the most bet on sports, because people like to bet on that, because people like to watch it a lot more. So,
That's
yeah,
it.
man, I don't know why people don't get on baseball more. And if you don't like it, find somebody who's good. Find somebody who can help you profit during the sports you don't really want to research or spend time watching. So that's kind of my spiel, man. Going to some of our stuff we talked last week. I had a very close eye on the Astros all weekend long. I thought they were doomed on Friday when they lost.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised they tied with the Orioles, because I thought the Orioles swept through the weekend. Maybe they didn't.
No. Thankfully, my Texas Rangers did me a favor and blew them out on Sunday Night Baseball. So you want to talk about agonizing. So, I'm sitting on this 18-1 ticket, and obviously I'm needing it because I'd had a up and down kind of June. So funny. It's like they of course they lose Friday with Blanco in the hill, and I was shocked they lost Friday. So I was like, man, I'm so screwed. And then Saturday Framber gets lit up and they're down huge. I'm like, I told the wife, even, I said, this Astros ticket, we might as well, use it for like a coaster or something around here. We ain't cashing it, And so, but a couple hours later, I finally checked the score, and I'm like, wait a minute, they came back and won? Holy smoke. And then on Sunday, it was even worse, because there was a rain delay. They had a 30-hour rain delay, so I had to wait and see if they won. And really, our only hope was Houston to win on Sunday and then Baltimore to lose on Sunday Night Baseball. I needed that just to tie. And so, unfortunately, because the lovely dead heat rules over at Caesars, your ticket, you split it with how many ever folks tie, right? So we split it in half. So instead of getting 5.4 unit win, we won 2.7 units with it. But hey, we'll take it, baby. A win's a win. It was a fun sweat. Hey, just glad it worked out. It was a month-long struggle. Astros finally found their bats. So yeah, it was a fun one. Wish we could have profited the full amount, but don't want to be too greedy, because that's a nice little win. When you only put down 0.3 units and you get back 2.7, we'll take that all day.
That's terrific. No, you take that bet every single month, man. I'll take a tie there every single month. We saw the Giants kind of handle the Dodgers there, so it was really just down to the what the Orioles did against the Rangers. Man, congrats on that ticket. That's the one that I tried to jump on with you, but got distracted, came back, and all the book had taken down all the options. So
yeah, that's the tough part about that market. They typically only post it on the first day. Some of them may leave it up another day or two, but yeah, it's one of those ones where the window opportunity's pretty short on it. That's kind of a bummer,
Correct.
But I'm trying to look actually right now on. It's still up right now at Caesars. So if you want to get in on it for July, might be a
See
fun bet.
anything on there you like?
Yeah, I actually bet 2 yesterday. These would be bonus bets, by the way. We didn't
Yeah.
put these in the show notes or anything. Actually,
What'd you
bet
like?
a small, bet a small amount on the Cleveland Guardians. Your Cleveland Guardians plus 1,100. I think they've got a really good shot of getting the best record. Man, I was wanting to look at my notes here. This is from yesterday. They have 13 games that are just like slam dunk easy games, right? The schedule. 13 of their games are either against the White Sox or the Tigers, two of the worst teams in baseball right there. They have 25 games in total in a month. That's another thing you got to look at is how many total games is the team playing, right? Because it's
Sure.
not best record, it's most team wins. And so, yeah, I put a half unit on the Guardians at plus 1,100. Another bonus bet, did a little sprinkle here on the Seattle Mariners plus 2,300. It's 23 to 1. I only did like 0.2 units on that one. But mainly just because I think I'm a little biased on that one just because I love the Mariners pitching staff. I hate their hitting. I hate their lineup, but I just think they've got all 5 of their starters are in the top 100 as far as, I guess it's what is it, expected ERA. I like looking at expected ERA instead of just flat ERA. I think it's a little more true number. But yeah, you got, Luis Castillo's the number 4 guy. So like when Castillo's your number 4, you got a solid rotation, man. I mean, I just really, really like Brian Wu. I think it's their number 3 guy. It's a solid guy there. Logan Gilbert, really, really good. So yeah, I just think it's worth a sprinkle just because of the pitching staff. They can dominate some guys. Only thing I don't like about the Mariners, though, they only have 10 quote easy games, whereas the Guardians had 13. Also, Seattle, I classified them 6 hard games. I think they play the Orioles 6 times, so that's going to be rough. But yeah, their 10 easy games are either against, you guessed it, the White Sox or the Angels. So really like both those, man. Another good thing I do like, those 2 teams don't play each other. So, if you're going to take 2 of these, you don't want them to play each other and cancel each other out. So
very smart.
Just a little fun sprinkle for the people there. Don't go crazy with those. These are long shots for a reason. Like I said, I bet 0.4 units and then 0.2 on another one. So
yeah, it's tough to know who's going to catch fire, man. Really, every month's different. Those are good looks. I don't know if Brian Wu's pitching or not. He hit the DL hamstring issue his last start, but I don't know if it was just a quick 10-day or where he's at with that. So, but either way, this is Dueling Aces. We're basically mainly pitchers here. We love pitchers. We'll talk hitters here and there. Obviously, we're talking about one coming up, but yeah, they're starting pitching. You can bank on that. They're a top 3 starting rotation in the league, top 2 probably. Them and the Phillies. So can't go wrong there. Yeah, you got to trust the offense to produce. Be nice to know if they had more home or away games because I do think they tend to play better at home. But also caveat to that is I think the Mariners over the last few years has really struggled during day games. They don't win very many day games at home. So if you can avoid the Seattle Mariners day games, I think you're in a pretty good spot there. These are great looks if anybody wants to have a month-long bet, why not do these? Every single team's plus money. And you just explained what you're looking at, try to see who they're playing, how many games they're playing, who they're playing them against, where they're at. Yeah, man, this is a new market to me. I'm gonna enjoy taking a look over this for the rest of the MLB season for sure.
Yeah, man, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun because you get, worst come to worst, you get, a month-long sweat for a very little price, which is always kind of nice. Probably good for folks that don't like the day-to-day grind of baseball. If you want a month-long sweat, put 2 or 3 of these in your bankroll and just see what happens. Another thing I like about Seattle, they have a really good bullpen. I have them rated as the 3rd best bullpen in baseball. So they've got the pitching. If they would just make a move at the deadline, they need another bat. They're only 21st in WRC plus overall, so that's not going to get it done. But the old saying, what do we say around these parts, Big Wade? It's good pitching beats good hitting usually. So
it does, and I don't know if I don't know if they're going to want to go after somebody like Luis Robert with the White Sox because he already strikes out enough and has like a 190 batting average. They want to add a worse offensive player to already a terrible offense. So they're going to have to be strategic on who they add at the deadline because, I've noticed the Astros all of a sudden are in second place now.
Yeah, here come Houston. Yeah,
they're coming. So I would not be shocked if the Astros end up winning this darn division again.
As bad as
especially with Hunter Brown pitching like a Cy Young out of nowhere.
Where did that come from, man? Holy crap.
I swear. And if Spencer Arrighetti today has another ace outing with doesn't walk any Blue Jays, then we know that pitching coach needs an immediate raise.
He struck out, what was it, 12 last week? I think it was. Like, it was
12,
insane.
No walks, and he's used to walking 3 or 4 batters a game.
He was just carving people up. Oh man, it was insane.
Yeah, he wasn't throwing many balls. He was just nailing the strike zone. So I'm not sure what changed. We'll see. It's a long season for a reason, and pitchers struggled and they find their groove, and it's good to find those pitchers that are in a groove to bet on because they're a good trend to follow. Speaking of hitters, though, because we don't really talk about hitters much, I'm very excited to see James Wood be called up from the Nationals. Most probably don't know this guy. He was brought over during the Juan Soto trade with the Padres. He came over with Mackenzie Gore. Trying to think who else was in that there was like 6 or 7 players in that deal. Yeah. But I do know that I think Gore and Wood were probably the top 2 players in that move.
Definitely.
And they just called him up, and man, he's been tearing up AAA. What do you think about those numbers?
Man, yeah, I looked this up this morning because I've heard the hype around this kid. He's only 21 years old, and you're like, how good is he really? Yeah, last year split between AA and AAA, 26 homers, 18 stolen bases. He was hitting 353 earlier this year down in AAA before they called him up. Got his first big league hit last night. Yeah. Looks like the real deal, man. And the Nats are sneaky, man. They're not as bad as everybody expected them to be. They've burned me a few times. I ain't gonna lie. So I have to be careful betting against the Nats. But yeah, excited to see what Wood can do. It's always good to see these prospects come up. Obviously, Paul Skeens, being the biggest one this year. But as far as hitters go, Wood might be the most exciting prospect out there. I know Pages with the Dodgers was getting a little bit of play, but he's kind of tailed off a little bit. Who's the other one? Cheerio. I call him Cheerio. I think it's on the Brewers. Jackson Cheerio. Yeah, he's really good too. I like him.
He's really good. And then Jack Leiter from the Rangers. I know. I'm not sure if he's still up with them or they sent him back down. I know he came up, struggled a little bit.
They hadn't really made up their mind on Leiter. It's almost like they bring him up for like a spot start here and there and then send him back down, which I don't really know what that's going to do to his psyche. I kind of worried about that a little bit, but surely it'll be fine with his,
He's got to know he's in a position too where the Rangers, if they're fully healthy, they have like 5 veteran starters that he's just not going to get. I mean, at least I wouldn't mind having him as a long reliever. Let him come in, get 4 or 5 innings, get used to pitching against major league hitting, and then wait for a guy to go down and then put him into the starting rotation. Try to build him up if they can make a playoff run. I don't see it this year for some reason. They're really struggling, have that World Series hangover. But either way, I think he's a great pitcher. Just not really found his groove yet. But man, some of these young hitters that come up, they are just over the especially last few years with the Cruzes, both of those guys coming up. Now Wood. Some of the younger guys on the Brewers that I'm really, really in love with, Contreras and Prelich. I mean, these guys can hit. And here's another one. He's going to tear up the Major League Baseball scene, man. I can just see it now. The Nationals are. Last week, they were only a half game out of the wild card.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, I still think – I'm not sure exactly where they are. I'm actually pulling this up while we're talking live because I am interested to see if they've made any more moves over the last week. It's something that I kind of just check in on weekly. I don't stay up on top of where the wild cards are sitting at every single week. They've dropped quite a bit. So, yeah, they went 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're 4.5 games out of the wild card now.
Right.
They were a half game out, but they're going against, this National League wild card. We talked about this last week.
It's packed.
This is going to probably change every single week. You look at it, there's going to be movement. All these teams are pretty much bunched. There's all the teams except 2 are within 5 games. Even the Padres are starting to close distance on the Braves. Every week it's getting smaller and smaller. They were up 6 games. Last week I think they were up like 4.5, 5. Now they're only up 3.5 games on the Padres. Cardinals and Mets. The Cardinals are actually tied for that second spot now.
Wow.
And the
Man.
Mets are only 1.5 game back. And look who's coming now. The Diamondbacks are 2.5 back.
Wow.
I did not see the Diamondbacks making a push to make the playoffs this year, how they've struggled so much offensively, and with their pitching staff being injured. But you saw Gallen came back.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see Merrill again this year, but
yeah, his
Brandon
was a
Brandon
worse
Pfaadt,
injury.
He's had a worse injury, but Brandon
Yeah.
Pfaadt's really stepped up. He's become a real true ace for their staff. So this is exciting, man. Even the Pirates are 3 games back. Crazy.
It's insane, man. It's insane. I mean, that's like I think I said a couple episodes ago. I was not initially a fan of the wild card expansion. I was like, oh man, they're gonna let too many teams in. I was wrong. I'll admit I was wrong. I think it's great for baseball, giving the mid market teams a little bit better of a chance of making the postseason. It may I want to say ruin, but it may dampen the trade deadline a little bit just because you got more teams in it. You're not going to have as many sellers. I didn't think about that till the other night.
True.
But that might be the only negative, but that's a small negative, man. I mean, this is great. I mean, the city of Pittsburgh needs to finally see a postseason. It's been forever since they've been to the playoffs. So we'd just love to see it. I don't like the Pirates really by any stretch of imagination, but I wouldn't mind seeing them do something, at least make the playoffs would be nice. But
yeah, and it looks to me the way it's shaping up right now, we're going to have a lot of major markets in the postseason this year. I think I do think that the Mets, the way they're playing, they're probably going to sneak in. So you got both New York teams, obviously the Dodgers, the Braves are going to make it, and they're a really big market for baseball. Obviously the Padres are probably not going to make it if the Mets make it. Got to kind of choose one of those.
Yeah.
But really, I think the only market really truly missing out on playoffs this year might be Chicago. I don't really know if either one of those teams is going to make it in, but I see the Astros right now. They're 3 games back of the wild card. They're going to get in either wild card, or they're gonna take over the Seattle Mariners later in the season, I believe. So Texas will have a team in there. So yeah, it's looking like a major market postseason this year. But we'll see if one of these Pittsburghs or Nationals or maybe the Rays can sneak in. They're only 4 games out right now. So there's a lot of baseball still to play, man.
Yeah.
Very exciting. But yeah, back to James Wood, man. I just want to see these younger hitters come up and excel. Man, and if he can give them a spark and carry them into the postseason, wouldn't that be exciting? So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, no.
It'd be great for baseball. I mean, baseball needs something to generate some interest in the younger fans. Baseball, unfortunately, is a really old demographic. Most baseball fans are my age or even older than me. That's not good. We need more 20-somethings into the game. We need more teenagers into the game, and there's no way better to do that than a big-time young player, 21-year-old like James Wood. If he could come in and just light the world on fire, kind of like Ellie De La Cruz did last year. De La Cruz generated a lot of buzz. I see Wood being that kind of player, man. I really do. I mean, he's a stud. I mean, it's just insane that kid that young. It's like, dear Lord, he's 3 years younger than my daughter. And he's in the big leagues. It's crazy to me. But,
yeah, I remember last year. I remember when Cruz came up. That was a jolt of energy into Major League Baseball, and I think this is going to do the same. We need that. That's why I was very excited that the Pittsburgh made that move so quick to bring up Skeens. A lot of younger guys probably still remember him from LSU last year.
Yep.
So that helps bring younger viewers in. They want to see him pitch. That's why I kind of wish the Rangers would keep Leiter up there and work through him. Keep some of these more exciting young guys up in the league. Playing that the younger generation knows, so that because I think some of that younger generation carries over from college baseball. A lot of people like college sports, and especially the younger guys who are really excelling at that level. They remember these names, and Leiter came from Vanderbilt, did very well. So same thing here, man. I think Wood can bring in the same type of spark as both Cruz boys did. One in Pittsburgh and the other in Cincinnati. So. Just another great player to watch. I'm excited to see what he does. But let's get to today's picks, man. I was kind of wondering what you were going to go with today. I know
Do
there's
it.
a lot of pitchers out there. I know you've got a baseball article out with 3 or 4, I believe three free picks.
Mhm.
Make sure you guys go check out bettersinsider.com or eatwatchbet.com for all the free bets, free articles. I've got a pick out there today, actually 2 picks out there, one for underdog,
Woohoo!
uh,
Let's
and one
go.
that's a straight bet over at DK, but you can get that everywhere else. And I also saw you added an extra strikeout prop on top of that article. So Mike's
Yeah,
giving out four free strikeout plays today. So
that's it. That's
yeah,
it.
make
That's
sure you guys go check those out.
yeah, man. That's appreciated, Big Wade. Yeah, that's our bread and butter is the strikeout props, and then it's a kind of a lesson I learned in June. Anytime I strayed away from the strikeout props, it kind of got smacked a little bit. So, played too many to get the win props, which I liked initially, but like we talked about, bullpen started blowing them a lot for me. Played some first 5, dabbled in it, didn't work out too well, but the strikeout props have been solid all year long. Got to mainly stick with them. But as far as the freebie for the show, I'm actually staying with some of my new stuff. This paid off for us last week. I'm hoping it does this week as well. Going to play another series bet. Going to go with the Padres plus 115 over the Rangers. It's plus 115 over at DraftKings right now. Man, I really think the wrong team's favored, Big Wade. I got to tell you, man, you already hit on it earlier. Padres have been playing some good baseball. They've won 8 out of their last 10. Texas has not. They're 1-6 their last 7 games. You go through, and this is just kind of how I do it. You know, we're dueling aces. We start everything with the starting pitching, right? Well, I think San Diego has the edge in game 1 of this series and game 3 of this series. So 2 out of the 3 games, I think we got the better starting pitcher. Game 1, we love. You and I both like Dylan Cease. He's going today. I like him. He's going against Nate Eovaldi of Texas. I don't mind Eovaldi, but I'll take Cease over him all day, every day. I think Dylan Cease, I've got him as a top 10 pitcher in the league. I'm trying to see on my notes here what I have for. Yeah, Eovaldi, not bad, but I have him like in the top 60. So a nice edge there for San Diego. Game 3, this is a little controversial take here, but I don't mind making it. Have Michael King, a top 50 pitcher. Right now, I have Max Scherzer at 120. Now, obviously, Scherzer has the chops. He's a future Hall of Famer, but I'm rating him that low just because he's only got 1 start back under his belt. You know, I don't know how long he's going to go against this Padres lineup. This Padres lineup absolutely murders right-handed pitching. They're second in WRC plus against righties. What's Texas in that category? Just 24th, baby. Also, we look at the ever so important bullpens. You always want to look at bullpens for betting a series price. San Diego 10th overall bullpen by my rankings. Texas 24th rated bullpen. So huge edges. I count them all up in the mixer. That's 4 edges to just 1 edge for Texas. I'm buying at the dog price, man. I just think the wrong team's favored. This is a mixed slam for me. I was all over this one. I really like it. Any thoughts?
No, man, I like it. I like the starting pitching matchups. I'm just not really big on Rangers right now. I think they're still sitting somewhere bottom 5 in the league on WRC plus and on base percentage,
Yep.
especially versus right-hand pitchers. So
Yep.
I think this is a good one. I know Cease's last outing at Texas was not very good. He gave up like 9 hits and 5, 6, 7 runs, something like that. But usually he dominates this lineup. He's gone 18 outs the prior 2 games before that against them. And they've just been struggling. So a lot of pitchers have done well against them recently. So no reason to think why the Padres pitching staff can't figure this lineup out.
Yeah, another add-on here. You know, remember, don't forget Corey Seager got hit in the hand with a ball. He's probably not going to play tonight. That MRI was negative, and X-ray's negative, which is good news. But anytime you get hit in the hand, it's going to miss a few days. So that's one of Texas's biggest bats. You know, so really Cease has only really got to worry about Adolis Garcia tonight, which he's a beast, but you know that's one main guy to worry about. Whereas San Diego's got some boppers on this team.
Yeah.
Man. Machado, Tatis, Profar, really like the Padres lineup. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about this one, man.
I like it. You're always finding the plus money ones too. So,
trying to, baby, trying to.
Yeah, this is a very good look. I'm going to
you,
do something a little different today.
We like different.
Yeah, usually I just give out a straight bet or a two leg you can find on DraftKings or any other regular sports book because that's where 95% of my stuff's bet. But I'm
Sure.
starting to get into the prize picks and underdog stuff a little bit more. I know there's millions of
Woo-hoo.
users out there that I really should be connecting with. And I think a lot of them are as well. They're just in states where they can't access sports books. But if you're in a
Correct.
state with sports books, you really should be taking the two legs you want to use on prize picks and just go put it together on DraftKings or Caesars or
Amen. Yes.
ESPN, FanDuel, and just
Yeah.
see what the odds are. Because I almost guarantee you your payout is going to be more on a sports book than it is with DraftKings, unless you get up to the 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. Then obviously
Right.
Price Picks really starts rewarding you for hitting those. But those aren't the
Sure.
smartest bets in the world. So if I do those, I might play those sparingly. Um, but today I'm doing a $20 giveaway challenge. So all you got to do is
Hey.
go to
Woo.
my account. Yeah, I'm starting to run giveaways every day just so people are aware of this. Usually it's a $50
Nice.
giveaway. Some days it's a $20 giveaway. I'm running an exclusive $50 giveaway inside the Discord. So if you guys want to have a chance to win $50, all you got to do is join the Discord. It's free. And you just have to
Woo.
interact with my posting in there that is for the giveaway. Um, I've got a little lotto play in there today. If that hits, I'll be paying somebody inside the Discord $50 cash. And then
Nice.
today I've
Hey.
I've done one out for the public. It's a $20 giveaway challenge, but the bet has to hit. And if it does, I'll be sending somebody $20 to buy them lunch today or a couple drinks if
Love
they
it.
want later. Um,
Dude.
but I did this slip over on Prize Picks. It's I've been trying to stick with two mans really because two mans is really where you're going to build your bankroll and have the most success
Sure.
at hitting. But for this
Yeah.
giveaway, I decided to do three legs. Um, I got another little tip on a HRR play, so I'm gonna put that inside the slip and then use two pitcher props that I like today. So for the
Nice.
three leg, I'm doing a Cadel Marte over 1.5 HRRs.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Love Cattell.
he
He's a
has
beast.
yeah, he's hit this in 6 of his last 7 games. He's on the road against the Dodgers, and even on the road, he's gone over this in 6 of his last 10 games. So he's seeing the ball pretty well. I He hits better at home. He's hit this in 9 of his last or 8 of his last 10 games at home. But even then, overall, he's still hitting this pretty well. I like this look today. He's on fire, so why not ride the hot hand at the hitter? So Kettle Marte over 1.5 hits, runs, or RBIs. And then I paired that with Mitch Keller and Dylan Cease, both to go over 17.5 outs.
Okay.
And those are goblin plays for anybody that knows Prize Picks. So they just don't pay you out as well for those
Sure.
plays because they lower down the payout on those because they're supposed to hit. Mitch Keller is a play that I gave out to my members as a play on a sports book, and I'm going to double up on him here. Mitch Keller, I'm going to pull up my notes right quick. Mitch Keller has gone over this line 6 of his last 7 games at home. He's hit this 4 straight, and
Nice.
he's hit this in 4 of his last 5 games against the Cardinals. So he pitches very well at home, and he navigates trouble pretty well.
Love it.
And then the other look is Dylan Cease over 17.5 outs. The Rangers are bottom 5 in the league, bottom 10 in the league versus right-handed pitchers pretty much all season in the last 15 days, WRC plus an on-base percentage. As long as Cease doesn't get touched up, and he doesn't go for like a crazy 12 strikeouts, because sometimes when these guys go high strikeouts, it
Yeah.
gets their pitch count up. So
That's right.
I'd rather him stay around 6, 7 strikeouts. Rangers are hard to strike
Yeah.
out anyways.
They are very,
but
they're a very
I
good
can see-
non-strikeout team. You're right.
Yeah, so I can see Dylan Cease reaching 18 outs, Mitch Keller reaching 18 outs, and Kettle Marte to hit 2 hits, runs, and RBIs today. So pair those 3 together, gives a nice little payout. If you guys want to tail that, honestly, I'd suggest maybe just doing the 2 pitchers together, just to be safer. But if you want to go for the full play, do it. I'm playing it, so I like it. I hope it cashes, because then I'd love to send somebody $20, buy them a nice lunch or drinks today. Just something I'm doing to grow a little engagement and get people more involved with the picks. And it's been working. I've been getting a lot more engagement. I've paid out somebody $50 last week
Nice.
Some of these I've been doing some pretty tricky parlays, so they haven't been hitting. But I'm trying to play a little bit more easier stuff now, just so we can pay people out, because
There you go.
I've ran these 4 or 5 days in a row now and haven't paid anybody out, just because I'm taking some longer shots.
Sure.
So let's do some easy bets and let's see if they can cash for the people. So,
Dude, I love it. Wade is a man of the people. You just heard it there, folks. He's freaking giving away free money. Holy smoke! Who does that? Not many people these days. I'll tell you that. Especially not in the sports betting industry. So it's like when he wins, you win, right? So it's like if he cashes these parlays, he's giving it back to the people, literally feeding the people.
yeah, this is coming from this. This is coming from the profits for sure. Yeah.
Wade's the new skinny Santa Claus. He's kind of got a little bit of the beard. Grow that out.
Yeah, just gotta cash these, man, and we'll be able to pay some people out. Feeling pretty good about today's. The one in Discord is a little bit longer shot. I put some walk guys to get some walk props together today. Yeah, man, I think it's all about engagement, all about trying to help people out. I know there's a lot of people out there that need $50. They'd like to use that for their kids or for groceries or gas or whatever. And this is coming from the slips, so the slips have to hit. I'm wagering on them. I believe they're going to hit. Everything's researched. Everything's back. I'm not just throwing plays out there that I see. So I'm putting in the work to try to find something that I think can pay us out. Yeah, man, I'm excited for today. I'm excited to get today going. Got a big slate today, so
let's get it.
A lot to look at. So what do you got? Anything else for the people today? I know you got a couple articles to remind everybody to go check out these articles. EatWatchBet.com, BettersInsider.com. It's all free. If you guys want to sign up for sports books and get your deposits cash matched, go to eatwatchbet.com. Sign up for FanDuel there, DraftKings there, Bet365. Yeah.
Boom. I love it, Wade. You're the man. Hey, we got our buddy here, Anthony, in the chat. What's up, Anthony? Man, appreciate you tuning in, listening, dude. He's a really, really good, solid handicapper in his own right on X. Love that guy. But yeah, man, glad you joined us. And
what is up, Anthony?
Friends, man, tell your friends. Like I said, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell grandma, tell your cousin, tell your aunt and uncle, tell everybody about the show. We're trying to get it going. But yeah, I have to head over to X and see what Anthony's got cooking up. He's a pretty good handicapper himself there. But yeah, appreciate the shout out, Big Wade, guys. I'm telling you, can't go wrong. Sign up for Wade's service. Not going to be $15 a month forever. Literally 50 cents a day, and he'll teach you how to win betting sports. It's not just baseball. Baseball is his primary sport, but he has been crushing it for us in golf, UFC. So don't sleep on his articles are free over at bettersinsider.com and eatwatchbet.com. But check him out, guys. I'm telling you, he's probably going to have something for the John Deere Classic. I haven't confirmed with him yet, so put you on the spot there. You got anything cooking for the John Deere Classic coming up on Thursday?
There may be an article that comes out either tonight or tomorrow morning. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Let's
we
go.
Had we tripped up this last tournament. Had 2 guys not make the cut, and on my notes I have a note list. I had 7 guys targeted, didn't give out 2 of them. 2 of them finished top 20. So it's one of those weeks where you didn't give out the winners and you gave out a couple losers. I gave out a free live bet to I guess it's to my premium members. I cashed a Cameron Young live top 10 plus money bet, so that helped the golf week out overall. But yeah, we've been profitable in 4 of the last 5 golf tournaments. So trying to keep that going. I see Anthony gave us another shout out. Best cappers on the platform right here with the biggest show. Appreciate the love, fellas. Yeah, man, I love Anthony. He's a good guy. Make sure you guys go check him out. He's also got a service. He gives out free picks every day. We usually interact with him. He's always giving out free winners, and he's got a really good service he's building up. So I always love to help people out. There's plenty of members to go around for everybody, like we say. Obviously, everybody's trying to grow as big as they can, but we're also all here to help each other out, help each other grow. Everybody does different types of plays. Maybe you might like our plays, but you might like his. So, yeah, I'll always feel free to shout out everybody that helps shout us out. And Anthony's one of the real ones on there, so go give him a shout out. Mike, appreciate the show again.
My pleasure, Big Wade. Always a pleasure, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're trying to keep these going on Tuesdays and Fridays. Might throw a quick pick video in there here and there during the week. We're both pretty busy with our day-to-day stuff, but I'm still trying to feed people as much as we can. So
That's it.
yeah, man, another good show. I'll if we don't have another show until Friday, I look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Absolutely, brother. We
Let's
will be here.
let's have a good week,
Ready to
man.
roll. Yeah, everybody have a happy Independence Day, baby. 4th of July. I know there's a
Yeah.
lot wrong with our country right now, but dadgummit, it's still the best place in the world to live. We are a blessed people, and we should be grateful. But
Yeah, well, hey, at least you can sports bet here. I was over in Vietnam for 3 weeks. You can't even bet on the offline, the offshore bets. Betting sites.
amen.
So,
There you go. So that's it.
Cherish it, people.
That's the beauty. That's right. That's the beauty of living in a free country, baby. It's still a free country, so we're blessed. But yeah, happy 4th of July to everybody out there. And let's win some bets, Wade. Let's stash some freaking tickets. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yep. Have a great 4th, everybody. If we don't see you until then, we'll see you on Friday when we're back. And have a blessed Tuesday. Peace.
Be good, guys. Later.